Hello, folks, and welcome back to 3 at 3. Every business day at approximately 3 p.m., we bring you unusual option activity. Today, of course, it paid off pretty big in the way of Nike, but there's always risks in investments, and you need to be aware of that. Unusual activity is either calls being purchased on the offer or puts being purchased on the offer. One's bullish, the other's bearish. And we enhance that with both Twitter and Reddit feeds where we're buying the full fire hose. That means even if you block us, for instance, we still get your tweets. Technically, we don't get them. Our computer, our algorithm gets them, takes them, parses them off, bullish, bearish. How accurate has this particular call been? Is this a bot? All that kind of stuff. Artificial learning, machine learning, basically parses everything and then comes back to us with positive or negative feedback on a particular observation being made on Twitter or Reddit. So unusual activity and unusual sentiment. That's what this is all about every day. That's yesterday. Nike options. That was with the stock at 129.50, I believe. Traded through 139. The $10 rally coming as we had unusual activity in the 130s, 135s, and 140 calls yesterday, as well as last week. So what I did was I traded them 1-to-1, meaning that I bought one, sold the other. In other words, bought the 130s, sold the 135s. That spread went out to $5. Bang. That's the way I like to trade them. And it cuts down on my risk, both the amount of money I have to put up as well as time decay, which is extremely rapid in something that expires this Friday. So that was a Nike trade. There was Pete on Marquetta, and you already know, we talked about it again yesterday, moving higher today. I think about 11:30 or 11:40 right now for Marquetta. Crypto Convo, we have conversations with leaders in crypto, in particular NFTs right now, because I'll be going out to NFT LA, and then NFT Miami, and then BTC Miami. I'll be speaking at all three events. In fact, I'll be joined at NFT LA by my friend Adam Carolla, who's going to be broadcasting live, first major podcaster to show up at an NFT event ever. And he's a major one because, you have Adam as one of the podfathers of podcasting, and love the guy. Think he's a brilliant investor as well. We're going to be bringing his $100 million car collection out as an NFT. That's a little teaser for you. But nonetheless, Crypto Convo, a lot of great conversations. I think you enjoy them. And I know that you'll find that you learn something virtually on every single one. All right, today, Pete talked about jets. And as he said, we are somewhat reticent to trade ETFs, but this broad spectrum ETF encompasses an awful lot of the biggest airlines, of course. That's hence the name. And he liked the idea that we were able to pick this one up awfully cheap, and we get any kind of a pop out of the sector. This one reacts as you're seeing today with that 2% move. They're buying the September 25 calls with stock at 20.5. So $3.50 out of the money. Like the trade, actually 4.5. What am I saying? $4.50 out of the money. And like the trade, a lot of time to be right. Don't need to sell calls against it quite as fast because it's very slow on the time decay. That's the first of today's 3 at 3. Now let's go for number 2, which is Paramount Global. If you're somebody who's been streaming some of their shows like Yellowstone, you know that Paramount is one of these streaming players that people have been betting on. Look at that, from March lows at $27.50 to today, $37, almost a $10 jump there. And they're betting on more. Another September option, September 45 call strike. They're betting that it goes higher between now and September. And again, you don't need to be in those exact strikes, the 45s. I will be long the at the monies here and looking to sell upside calls against it as it continues its upside rally. If it does not, time decay is not nearly the same enemy that it is for short dated options. So what I will do is be patient, but nonetheless, I will still observe and be willing to take off the trade if indeed the options, not the stock, the options pull back by 50%. I will cut the trade because that's the discipline that I employ. Third and final of today's 3 at 3 is Mosaic, and they're buying upside calls again. These aren't calls that expire this week. They're calls that expire next Friday. So not this Friday, the 25th, but next Friday, April 1st. 66.5 is the stock. They're buying calls that are just out of the money, and huge demand for nutrients for crops. Mosaic is all about that. Ukraine and Russia were responsible for an awful lot of that previously. This year, probably not so much, both because of sanctions against Russia and the war in Ukraine. So for that reason, we have said repeatedly, we believe that energy and food nutrients are going to be in high demand. I still am in this one, and I added to my trade on this buying today. That's going to do it for us today, folks. Make sure you tune into Market Rebellion each and every business day. You get at 10 a.m. the daily crypto bite. You get Pete's the Take at 10:30. You get my 3 at 3 at, guess what time? 3 p.m. Make sure you join us and check out marketrebellion.com/get started if you need education or mentoring and coaching. We have all of that. And of course, the subscriptions at marketrebellion.com/get started. Let's get started. Let's enjoy the afternoon. And I hope you have a great one, friends. Bang. Take care.